it's, it's very quiet in the news cycle lately. Donald Trump is saying stuff, and, I really don't want to get into the political madness, for the remainder year. I mean, we only have, 10 episodes left? Not even that, probably. We're gonna do 2 this week, then we're gonna do 2 next week, then 2 following week. So, actually 3 next week. So probably around 7 more episodes of the year, and it's just crazy that we are basically here right now, and we're about to end the year. And it's Christmas time, and it should be a very thankful year, honestly, for a lot of people, including myself. I've been having a struggle this year because of stupidity on my own part. But yeah. So I kind of want to reflect on the year in my point of view, on racing, basically. So I'm going to start with NASCAR, and go on. We're going to talk about NASCAR and sprint cars majority of the time, because sprint cars. Oh boy, that was big. What happened this year in sprint car racing? Could change a lot of things, but yeah. So NASCAR, I want to talk about that. I mostly watch Cup races, and yeah. So we started the season off Daytona with a Willie Byron win in the Daytona 500. Which, I was really hoping. I think Holly racked out earlier in the race, and I was kind of disappointed about that. But it is what it is at the end of the day. And so then next 2 races were Atlanta, Circuit of the Americas, and Phoenix, where Christopher Bell won those 3 races. Then Josh Berry won at Las Vegas. Then Kyle Larson wins at Homestead after beating Alex Bowman to the win. To the win. And then after Homestead, I believe. I'm trying to think here. I can mention all the winners of each race. I just want to make sure I get the schedule right. Okay. So then it was Martinsville where Danny Hamlin picked up his first win of the year. Really no passing. I don't know. When you watch the NASCAR rate, NASCAR on short tracks this year, last year, the last couple years since 22, I don't know, they haven't been really exciting, to be honest with you. They've been single file and not really. The drivers don't pass, but the cars have so much grip that where if you bump someone, it's just basically you're pushing them forward, not moving them out of the way. So Danny Hamlin won Martinsville. Darlington, I believe that was Danny Hamlin as well. I don't think Danny Hamlin's really good at Darlington, so not really surprised here. Bristol, Kyle dominated that race. Again, ooh. Oh! Okay, I don't want to do that. Sorry guys. I was hitting on something. Again, it's bending. Anyways, yeah, short track racing, in Bristol, we used to remember it being high groove, low groove, but then that's just low groove racing. Really no passing. Kyle Larson dominates Bristol and, wins that race. And then we go to the off week. And Talladega was won by Austin Cindric after getting a push from Kyle Larson. And Kyle I felt like kind of the hottest driver right there and then, where I felt like, man, no one's going to stop this 5 team, basically. Texas, I think Joey Logano won that race. I think that's his only win of the year, to be honest with you. I may be wrong as we get down, but I think that may be his only win of the year. Because I don't remember him winning any other races. So then Kansas, Larson again dominating. Then the All-Star race, that was Christopher Bell winning that. Then we go to Charlotte. Ross Chastain went from last to first. really good race. I don't know, Charlotte and the Cook 600 always put on a special event. No matter how NASCAR, is in that year, they always put on a really good show. Nashville, Ryan Blaney, Michigan, Denny Hamlin, Mexico City was Shane Van Gisbergen, but then there was that Tommy. I really didn't care about the race. It was kind of boring. But, and I criticized NASCAR for making that decision because there's so many good tracks that NASCAR had. Kentucky, Chicagoland, Office Club, obviously, or they could run another street course race around America, but they decided to go to Mexico City, which I'm like, okay, I don't get it, but I'm glad they don't have to go next year to Mexico City. Poconos, Chase Briscoe. Then Atlanta, which Chase Elliott got his first win of the year at. Chicago, Shane Van Gisbergen, Sonoma, Shane Van Gisbergen, back-to-back. Dover was Denny Hamlin. Indianapolis, Bubba Wallace. Iowa was William Byron. Watkins Glen, Shane Van Gisbergen. Richmond was Austin Dillon. Daytona, final regular season was Ryan Blaney. So, those winners, basically, people respect. Austin Dillon might be the album now, but, all three Penske drivers have a win. 3 out of 400 cars have a win. 3 out of GGR cars have a win. What else? 2 Trackhouse cars have a win. Then, I know I'm probably forgetting a team. And it's just it's just really kind of surprising, to say the least, on how the season went. Okay, we'll just get the win. Anyways, down to playoffs, where things took a really interesting turn for the worse. Chase Briscoe wins race number 1 at Darlington. Worldwide Technology Raceway. I think that was... I'm trying to think here. I won't say it was William Byron. I know it had to be a Chevy driver. It can't be Ryan Blaney. See here. I'm gonna say it wasn't Chase. Denny Hamlin. Could it be Denny? It could be Denny, I guess. Yeah, Denny Hamlin won. A Gateway. Should've knew that. Anyways, so Denny Hamlin won Gateway. Did that next week at Bristol. Christopher Bell won that race. And then we move on to round 12, where I believe Ryan Blaney won that race. Then Chase Elliott won Kansas. Charlotte Roval was won by Shane Van Gisbergen, who was knocked out of the playoffs. Then round of 8, Las Vegas, Denny Hamlin. Talladega, Chase Briscoe. Martinsville, William Byron. And, the final 4 going into that was basically Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Kyle Larson. And I saw on Facebook, it was like a magical ball. It wasn't an 8-ball necessarily, but it was like one of those balls where magicians use to see tell the future or see your future. And I think it was AI. It's like Kyle Larson. I was like, this person knows what they're talking about. And I was joking. And then Kyle Larson wins the championship. I'm like, oh shoot, wow! And I was really happy that my favorite driver won the NASCAR championship. I was so happy. So anyways, review. There was a lot more angerment for me this year out of NASCAR for multiple reasons. The racing, it was sucky. The schedule for next year, it's sucky. Including putting in the Knoxville Nationals in NASCAR head-to-head on Saturday night, which is kind of baffling having two major more sports going at each other. And some NASCAR drivers could have been competing in the nationals, but they had to race in NASCAR. So, we'll talk about that later in this episode. So, I mean, it was a lot of anger, not good racing, not good tracks, not good scheduling. Some positives, though. Barry got his first win. The racing can be improved, obviously. I wouldn't say demolish the next-gen car yet. I'm still giving it hope. I feel like if you give it the right things, the next-gen car could be a really good NASCAR car. Can't be the best, obviously, but if you get it to the right point, get it into the right direction, it could become a really good race car. And one of the things I would do personally is basically underskirt. There's like a big piece of plastic right underneath the car. And it drags all the air down towards the car, so it's basically sticking like glue, but like glue, it could come undone in a certain situation. And, there's one situation at Daytona, and thankfully, this was the only flip, where Ryan Preece got airborne, and basically his car went over because of that plywood, or the plastic flat area underneath the car. I say remove that because, actually, I'm going to hold my next controller up here. I mean, it's a Kyle car I got probably a couple weeks ago. But anyways, remove this plastic here, because, I mean, it's creates some drag. This is the diffuser. Remove that as well. Then go up here. So remove this. Shorten up the spoiler a little bit, so like 2 inches or 1 inch to 2 inch. Remove the splitter, or shorten it to like 1 inch to 2 inch. Horsepower up to 800 horsepower. And the wheels, single lug nut. I mean, these cars are meant to be single lug nut, but yeah. So I would do that, and I believe the racing would be a lot better for the fans and drivers, because drivers would be having to figure out what to do with the car, how to handle it. Drivers like Dan Hamlin, Kyle Busch would love a car like this. Kyle Larson obviously would love. I think every driver will love it. I mean, we don't want a car that feels like it's just like your grandma's car, where you can just turn left, full throttle, then steer back on the back straightaway, turn to the left, full throttle. But these cars could be this really good racing. I think they could do better. I really think they could do better. So I'm not saying demolish the next gen car yet, but give it like another 5 to 6 years of it. Everyone knows probably NASCAR is designing their next car right now, and this car, I mean, it's probably one of the most controversial NASCAR cars you can think of right now, because, I mean, you can say all you want about the car tomorrow. It looks like a race car. These cars kind of look like street cars in a way. Actually, in all the ways. Besides putting a paint scheme on it, putting sponsors on it, and shipping it out to the track and race car drivers race them. But if you with the switch tires up, get rid of the diffuser, it will look like a regular NASCAR, a regular like street stock, or a regular car, basically, a regular Camaro, a regular Ford Mustang, a regular Toyota Camry. It's just a little low, and the tires are a little more wide. And a little louder, obviously. But besides that, I mean, there's a lot of potential with each and every car I see. I'm not giving up hope. I will never give up hope on the next gen car. I really hope NASCAR could find something in it where they could absolutely use and could create really good racing with. Now, I think the biggest issue with NASCAR right now is because right now NASCAR is kind of split with new fans and old fans. The new fans are more like, and I'm going to dive into the political genre here because you really see it, when you're, like, these days, obviously, when in any type of sports, and it's fine, but we need to figure out what the identity is for NASCAR is, because right now I feel like it doesn't have an identity, because if you look at the title sponsorships, you know, NASCAR Xfinity, or NASCAR O'Reilly's, or the NASCAR O'Reilly Part Series, basically, junior level, it has the identity of really good racing, really good drivers, coming up the ranks. Then you get the NASCAR Truck Series, which, I mean, has identity, craftsman, you know, I mean, they have a really good identity. Then you come to the Cup Series, which they really don't have an identity. They really don't. I mean, the last couple years, like 2022, I mean, it felt like they're, like, it's just a mixed bag right now, what NASCAR identity is. I really can't say. And that's why I'm saying NASCAR has an identity issue. And it could be because of the political aspect of outside racing? Yes, I do think of that. Because, let's start with this. So, let's look at both the Republicans, which I believe are a little bit more old school race fans like me, who want more horsepower in the cars, less grip in the cars, less downforce in the cars, so drivers being able to try to race these cars. These cars are supposed to be the hardest race cars to be driven, not the easiest. Especially on the oval where you're going like 180, 190 miles an hour. So basically, I want each and every driver, including my favorite driver Kyle Larson, to struggle to find where the grip is, search around track. And I mean, NASCAR does do that now, but it's more easier to do that with more grips in the tires. And also, one thing I want to mention, let's straighten the tires a little bit more, because when they introduced the next gen car, they widened the tires a little bit, front and back. I said let's shorten it up, so then the drivers still have a lot of grip on them. So obviously, old fans want the old days back. You know, stage racing gone, regular season 4 points. Let's go in, and then let's go into the new fans who kind of have similar ideas. You know, they want more horsepower and all this, but they want to add a little more political stuff to this. Like, I mean, actually not really. You just want to see a really good race, honestly. And you know, but they do care about which drivers. They look at them politically. Kyle Larson, actually, yeah. So, you know, Kyle Busch, obviously, the new fans love him because he's an older driver. You know, Brad Keselowski fans kind of love him as well. I mean, do you know what happened in the past? They look at right now, like, they're struggling drivers who are still in this game. We don't know how much longer. You know, Daniel Hamlin as well. You know, fans were booing him still. And, I mean, at Phoenix, they were cheering on him. So, I mean, those two drivers, I feel like, are going to be kind of like a fan favorites. Then you go to guy, and then you go like I really can't say there's a driver that is very hated on. I really can't say that. You know, Austin Dillon might be one. Bubba Wallace, old NASCAR fans, I guess, really don't like him because what he said back in 2020. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say anything about 2020. I'm just saying, if you're an athlete, I don't care what color. I mean, your main focus should be on your job in racing, and secondary should be what you see outside the racetrack. And also, it doesn't help where now Bubba Wallace is winning races. So obviously now he could back up his talk and go out and win a race. But when he has 0 wins, it kind of felt like, okay, like, not really doing anything in NASCAR, and you're talking to us, like how we should act. Now, he's winning races. But anyways, respect Bubba Wallace, he's one of my drivers I like, and yeah. So basically, like fans adore drivers like that. You know, Bubba Wallace, Dan, Kyle Busch, like drivers who are old or speak opinions on stuff, and like Ryan Blaney, or drivers who have character on it. So like Connerzilla, Ryan Blaney, and stuff like that. And then you got drivers like Joey Logano, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, he gets cheered on really well. But on X, oh boy, people hate him. Because we did it in 2020 as well. When he said the word that we cannot say at all, or we'll lose our jobs. But, and people will not forgive Kyle. They keep calling him a racist, they keep calling him names, and, you know, I'm like, you know, you can say what you want, but Kyle won, like, 21 races in 2020, including the Chili Bowl, and I'm like, look, I don't care. I really don't care. You can say all you want about Kyle. But Kyle's going to be in victory lane in a couple hours. So, yeah, again, this year he had it down here, but he had a championship to his name this year somehow. But, yeah, NASCAR fans are really not a big issue, but, they're split, obviously. So, and... yeah, it's really complicated, to say the least, but is NASCAR in a good spot right now, and heading into 2026? The answer is no, obviously. They're not in a good spot. Obviously. The drivers who do have personalities are hated on, or basically not really liked. Like basically, or bluntness, should I say. Drivers who are blunt, like back in the 2010s and early 2000s, in that era, where drivers bluntly say stuff, but not kind of like circling around to a point. They don't like that anymore. So I would say bring that back. Let them be blunt. They race 3 hours in a car for that goes 100 miles an hour. They risk their lives. I don't want drivers to be PR trained or anything. I want their honest opinions, honestly. If Kyle Larson got wrecked by Chase Elliott, I want Kyle Larson to basically say, I'm gonna go to the bar with him, I'm gonna spill beer on him on purpose. I want that type of trash talk. We don't have trash talk these days. It's just friends and friends. Look at Bob Boston. During the Gateway National, what he said. He basically called someone the P word. On television. I want more of that. I don't want the cussing, obviously, but I want more trash talk. I really want more trash talk. We have trash talk going into NASCAR. Look at Dale Jr., Jeff Gordon. We want rivals. And we really don't have rivals anymore. We don't. We're just soft. And we need, we need rivals. I think NASCAR thrives in rival situations. And, look at sprint car racing. Sprint car racing is a good result. A really good one. David Gravel and Kyle Larson, they're rivals. They're friends on track. Off track. When they're on the track, they do not like each other. You should, there's, many instances in the last couple of months where basically Gravel spun Kyle at Kings Royal. Let's not forget about that. David spun Kyle. And that rivalry split fans so awesome that, it made sprint car racing feel awesome. It's something that says, that tells you want to be part of this. You want to be watching us because of what's going on with the sport. NASCAR needs rivals. Period. And I'm going to talk about sprint cars next week. Actually, I really enjoy talking about NASCAR for 30 minutes. And, I still love NASCAR dearly. I love all American sports. Sprint cars, I love so much that I am in midgets too. And no, not these small people, midgets. Like race car midgets. Like if you guys are seeing me on camera, this is what a midget looks like. It's just a smaller sprint car. Say hi, Rico. I have a moment there, Rico. Abru won 18th midget car. I got a couple days ago. Yeah. I mean, I really enjoy talking about sprint cars. We'll talk about sprint cars next week. So I won't be doing an episode tomorrow. I'm gonna be watching this team play. I got a Cooper Cup jersey who doesn't play programs anymore. I need to get a Puka Nakua or Matthew Stafford jersey next. But anyways, I'll be watching Rams tomorrow night. Against Seattle. Should be a good game. Friday's gonna be a really hard day on my family. We're gonna say goodbye to a loved one. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be an emotional ride this weekend. I'm really glad, I had to say some goodbyes to some loved ones this weekend. Not one, but two. And it's gonna be hard on me, that's for sure. I'm gonna try to let my emotions out when they're not saying it, because I want them to be happy. To basically, I'm speechless. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and we're gonna also try and I'm celebrating at Christmas this weekend as well. So it's gonna be a very interesting roller coaster ride of emotions this weekend. So it's life. It's life. But if you have any thoughts on any conversations today, you can email me at kraig2025@gmail.com. And I'll read your emails over the weekend. And hopefully you guys have a good one out there. We'll see you guys next week, where we'll do recap sprint car racing, and then favorite Christmas memories. On Christmas Eve, we'll do a Christmas Eve episode, where I'll just talk about, post church. So my dress really good, fancy hopefully, and be here and stand with you guys. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next Monday, and then next Wednesday, and then next we'll do 2 episodes again next week for the next couple weeks, and then we'll get back to 3 episodes starting in the new year in January, the first full week of January. So, but yeah, year's coming to an end. It's gonna be a good. Hopefully, it's a good 2026, and spend time with your family. This holiday season, you never know when the last time you're gonna see him is. And that's the part of me that's gonna be hurting a lot this weekend. And it's gonna be rough. But yeah, I'll be here on Monday, and Wednesday again, and we'll be having fun together. Next week we're gonna try to be light on stuff, because again, it is a holiday weekend. So if you look into political news or anything like that, we're not gonna do that. We're not. Just talk about deer, and sprint racing, favorite memories, and yeah. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. I'll see you guys on Monday, December 21st. No, 22nd. December 22nd, episode 24. So Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one.